Welcome back to Orbetello for the start of the 4th day in the saddle. Today, the riders continue south on a 228-kilometer route that sees them skirt the city of Rome before a finish in Frascati. The town is known for its white wine that comes from the vineyards in the Alban Hills. And it is those hills that provide today's excitement because the stage finishes with a climb. Under 5 kilometers and under 5%, but a climb all the same. A climb that will stifle the ambition of some, but energize others. Who will raise his arms in Frascati?
What is up, guys? James here, and welcome back to PCM League. We are in stage 4 of the Super Giro d'Italia. That's where we're going to
Gatto goes onto the attack.
We're following the attack of Gatto over here. We got Gatto and Hermotti trying to get in breakaway with Finetto. But as you can tell, here's a look at the update rankings for the GC. Thomas Durant is in the lead, but with 4 seconds back, we got...
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
Field test Sergio with 9 seconds back. But can Thomas, after stage 4, will be in the lead again? Will he maintain the lead? Have to figure it out. But for the PT, the points, we got Clark. And Clark over here, he's leading the points, but with 9 points back, we got Thomas. Lead there here. Finetto. Taking a break early. He's going at the breakaway early. But we have climbs. We have 1 climb and 2 sprints.
The lead over the pack is dwindling. The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Take a look. This is a hill stage, a punchy stage. So see here, they start with Orbetello. Have a climb sprint at the Messinado. And then we got 2 sprints at Matrilla and Matana. And then they'll finish it off at Frascati. So you can see what they're doing at. Finetto is really running out of energy. Gatto and Leeser, along with Vermotti, are taking over the leading ride as they trying to get there. Finetto went way back. But let's take a look at Thomas. Thomas is just hanging out, cruising around in the peloton right here. But let's take a look at Finetto. If I can find Finetto here. But let's take a Phyllis Lane. Phyllis Lane right here. He's currently in 13th in the GC. But will he be? He is 24 seconds back from the lead. So we have to figure out. Michael Woods, the Canadian over here, 17th, 70th, and the GC there. Making it sharp. Making it sharp in this race. Follow him for a bit.
That's really a punchy attack. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
And I tell you, this hill climb is going to be tough. I mean, Leeser over here is just here. As we see, here's the climb. Here is the climb. The dreaded climb here.
Breakaway at the front.
This climb is just... So let's take a look at Finetto. Renato looks like he just decided Renato decided he was going to go back to the peloton, and then he's just going to chill there just to see here. But let's take a look at the points leader, 7 Clark. 7 Clark over here, he is the lead of the points anyways, but 7.
There's now more than a minute between them.
But let's take a look at Higuita, third in the GC, but he's first in the Young Riders, you see. But this is where it is, the first mountain points. This is the first mountain points here. We gotta take a look at who's gonna win the climb here. Take a look at
Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
This is the first mountain climb points being earned. 3, and, well, Renato leads here, but the mountain points goes to Fabio, 3 points. Sterling,
the lead rider is now more than 2 minutes ahead of the peloton. The peloton has slowed right down. The teammates of those in the breakaway are not going to make an effort. It's up to the other teams to get their fingers out.
See how everybody just goes through. The peloton goes through here. I don't see anybody who is getting here. But the dreaded climb.
There's a mass crash in the pack, but it doesn't look too serious.
Mass crash. We got a crash at the back. Everybody just went down. Sucks. But again. But I think these guys can't keep up. I can't see these guys keeping up. As you can tell from Loto. But actually almost the entire team from Loto is just went to the back. But we got 4 riders in the breakaway, and as we can tell, now they have another climb coming up, another steep climb. That's going to be.
There's some that just can't keep up. There are gaps beginning to appear at the rear.
Now, if you're the lead rider, or should I say, if you are basically the leader of the GC, what would you have to do? Well, I have to say, in order to come back this course, as you see those steep climbs here, I suggest just stay in the peloton, because there are going to be way more points here on the line, but with your top 3 getting precious seconds in the sprints. I would matter about the final sprint here. The final. Because if you win this stage, you can chip off 10 seconds of the GC standings. So, with that being said, we're gonna let it ride over here. As they take a look at this hilly bit here. And we see everybody came back to the peloton. Let's take a look at Van Burl over here. He's 73rd from the GC, but with 23rd in points in the PC here. He's right now. Thomas over here. Thomas over here. He is just hanging around with the leader's jersey, the GC. He's second in the points jersey so far. But, however, let's take a look at Fanato, the leader of the crime. The leader of the crime. Crime points here. Yes, we have to see what's going on here with everybody. See how we feel about this one. So far, so good. But we will be right back after this message, and we'll see what happens then. Okay, yeah, we were just about halfway through. We're just about halfway through the race now. We're getting concentrated on the sprint. 1 kilometer is to the sprint. A lot of points are on the line here. And we see. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one. Let's see. Let's see who won that one. Sutherland won the sprint, so he gets 3 points. He gets 8 points, 3 seconds shaved off. Fairbro, 6 points with 2 seconds shaved off back. Ista with 4 points and 1 with 1 second back. McCain with 3 points. E1 with 2 points. So greatly appreciated. But we are halfway point of the race. But let's take a look at what happened here. Because we're halfway through. It's a halfway mark. About ready. We'll see y'all ready. Because we're now heading towards the 100 kilometers remaining mark. See Sutherland over here, Thomas over here, coming back. But let's take a look at the leader of the GC, Thomas. Right, Thomas over here, I actually do like his strategy. His strategy, stay in the peloton as it can because it's all a matter of...
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Even though you get the sprint points, but what matters is the end point. Because if you win a stage, you get shaved out 10 seconds. So, basically, for Latour to actually try to take the lead, he needs to either win a stage or, well, he has to be in top 3. He has to be in top 3. And in order for Thomas to actually get there, he has to be in top 3. He can actually try to get Latour to not finish in the top 3. Because that means severe points. And that means severe time being taken off. And that would mess up his race. But in order for Latour to actually gain the lead, he can be in top 3, but I believe his aim is try to win this stage. But right now, let's take a look at Latour. See where he is. He's at the back of the peloton. He's at the middle of the pack from the peloton. And we see he's going to be trying to basically gain You fashion echo. But we will see. Here it is. We'll see if he can.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
In the latter half of the race. Let's take a look at the breakaway. Let's see where they are. And look at it. It's raining. It's quite raining here. How am I doing this? 80 kilometers. We're at 8 kilometers left to go.
We're starting the last third of the race.
The last third of the race remaining. Yeah. They still have some good time.
They really are moving. The pack can't get strung out too far, or it's going to start breaking up.
Yep, and then we take a look at it. We settle in.
Albazini has fallen.
Albazini has fallen down. So he has to try and
A ball has just happened in the peloton. Several riders are on the ground.
Another ball. Very
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Here. He's going to try and get back. That's really good because they worked so hard in the peloton.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
They need to actually try to regain some momentum. I mean, as the mountain sprint, he's earned 1 point for the race, but the free is 103rd. Albertini was 87th in GC, 16th in the GC for Mileni with 27th place in the GC, the points. He had 7 points due to the fact that he was in the near at the top 25, but that sucks for Malema, because Malema, with a crash like that, I believe Malema is just ruining his chances of trying to maintain a top 20 finish, trying to maintain a top 20 in the GC. But we'll have to see. Let's take a look at Thomas over here back on the peloton.
It looks like the pack has bitten the dust collectively, but the riders would seem to be okay to carry on.
Oh, damn, that sucks. So Molly again, is that the second fall he did? He had Seneschal 112th place for that. They're trying to work so hard with this. Then it's again, looks like almost the entire team of local. Looks like the entire team of local here, I believe. Yeah, the entire local team has fallen back due to a fall. That sucks for local. For Team Local. But let's take a look at the peloton here. We're back at the peloton. Let's take a look at Dela Cruz. He is 67th in the GC. He's young. He was going there. But let's take a look at the climb. This is the climb, the dreaded climb here. Well, it sounds like someone fell off. Ista fell off. But let's take a look at the breakaway.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
This is a hilly stage, a very punchy stage. This is very much a punchy stage and also right here. Take a look. Here's the point sector. This is the final sprint point in which they are trying to finish. Who's going to cross the line here to gain valuable points? Gain valuable seconds off. And it looks like Sutherland. Sutherland wins the climb. 3 points, 8 points with 3 seconds off. Febro, 6 points with 2 seconds off. McCain, 4 points with 1 second off. Gerwingen, 3 points with Bennett rounding off with 2 points. And I believe a few time switches, but however,
some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
We'll take a look at Carapaz, who was 36th in the GC, 42nd with the PC, the points, and also with the climb. He's in 5th place. Let's take a look at him. See where he's ending off to. But he's at the... I think he's trying to catch up with the breakaway. The breakaway seems to be dire at the moment. He seems to be dire at the moment. We'll see about that. Yeah.
The pack's deficit is being cut back. The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
On to the point where we're almost at the final gist of the climb. Let's take a look at the Nettle.
That's the end of the breakaway. The pack gave them no chance.
Brandon Bell tried to win this stage. He's trying to win this stage because he's 118th.
He's off on his own. The team sponsor won't be disappointed.
He's 118th place. So let's see. As we're nearing the 20-kilometer mark, 20 kilometers remaining on the race. But again,
attack from a rider.
Pogacar here.
Only a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace up front. The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway group.
21 seconds back from the young riders jersey. Like 20. Let's take a look at the leader of the young riders.
He's going to take them on by himself.
He's third in GC with 9 seconds back. That's better than the shot there. Okay, less than basically.
And they keep on attacking. Anyone that's low on gas definitely won't be able to keep up.
Seconds left. Let's just say 18 kilometers left over here. Dennis is on a charge. With everybody remaining here.
Counter-attack by Maciej Moric.
15 kilometers to the finish line.
15 kilometers. But that will not stop anybody. Because that's that spot.
Matej Moric goes onto the attack.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
Because that's the thing. If you can counter the climb, basically you can try to finish.
The little promenade is over. The group has been overhauled.
This is getting close. There's a 10-minute...
Only 10 kilometers left.
Here. But here's the gist of the climb. Anyone who's willing to finish off the climb. Look at Thomas. Thomas is trying to act her too. But will we see a change of fate? Will we see a change of fate? Yes,
5 kilometers to the finish line.
Who's gonna win this one? That's a good look. He's falling back. But getting ready for a finish. And here comes the sprinting. Oh boy, this is gonna be a wild finish. He's gonna make it close. And we have a winner.
And it's a solo victory for Matej Moric.
Moric with the win. Rosalie, Damia Galopin. Woods finishes 7th place. Williams Clark, 8th place. Taylor 16th. Thomas finished 14th place. Then how would that affect his point standings? And how would that affect his GC?
The riders bringing up their rear have made it through sheer willpower. This stage was a real strength sapper.
I think he might end up losing his leader's jersey. We'll have to wait and see as we wait for the riders to come through. Burdett, top 5 finish. That was great. I might consider that an overall improvement.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
Yeah. Marchesi, where does that put him now? It puts him at 3rd in the GC. Thomas still leads the GC after a 14th place finish after stage 4. Latour, 4 seconds back. I want to see where Latour finished. 37th place, so he didn't get any points. He would still end up 4 seconds back. For the points, Burdex taking over 2nd place. Clark still with the points-cation advantage. Mountain climbing, Finato still with the climbing advantage. Higuita still leading the young riders with Pogacar with 21 seconds back. And then right behind is O'Connor with 24 seconds back of the young riders. But that's it for the race. That's it for the race, guys. The beginning of the GC. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you in stage 5 of the Super Giro d'Italia.